Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So we have some clarity here. Ethereum probably also started here its C wave to the downside, highlighted in red. We are going to adjust the wave count here and make that a little bit clearer. And I'm also going to take out that bullish scenario that we had on the chart here. That's not really possible anymore from this view here. I mean, technically it can still go up, but the scenario is now clearly downward looking. We had a difficulty here in the previous videos and days that Ethereum was basically in no man's land there in the middle. And while it was technically still possible to put in this extension to the upside, I highlighted to you, maybe don't trade at all, or if you trade, keep positions low, you know, be careful with leverage, because Bitcoin was already starting to, you know, sort of be downward looking, and Bitcoin had already lost support. Ethereum hadn't. But of course, you know, that's why we had both scenarios on the chart, the downside scenario and the upside scenario, with very similar possibilities. And it's a bit of a theme this week where I've been trying to highlight to you that sometimes, no, actually always, you know, learning what not to trade is as important as learning what to trade. And if you have a scenario which is really unclear versus one which was a bit clearer, for example, Bitcoin, which was already leaning to the downside, then maybe just focus on the one that's a bit clearer. And we had some altcoins that had already started their corrections anyway in the last few days. And either way, we talked about that this was getting to an end to the upside anyway. You know, we were facing headwinds here in this range, and things were getting a bit difficult, which is why I took some profits here over the last few days, or actually on the weekend, in this 1650 range or somewhere. And I will, in the next few days, start to accumulate again, not only ETH, but also Bitcoin and some altcoins, which I've highlighted to channel members on Discord and Telegram. So we have clarity here. It looks like it started its C wave. I'm going to take out the upside scenario here. I'm going to take out the box because that's not relevant. Support broke, and it doesn't seem it will recover it very quickly. And we now assume that wave 3 was in, and wave 5 of 3 was in already here at the top. This was the count for Bitcoin anyway already. So we just aligning this count to Bitcoins. Now, I just still need to move it a little bit. I'm going to, let me think. No, I'm not going to move it. So this is fine. Wave 5 peaked here of 3, which means we should still get a 4 and a 5. And it looks to me like we started this decline, but not in A, B, C. Let me think. A, B, no, I will move it. I think. I will, let me think. A, B, yeah, I think to align it with Bitcoin, I would need to move that 5th here, 3rd. Let me just check the Bitcoin chart where we had it. So here we had, okay, just ABC. All right, no, then maybe we'll leave it like that. Maybe we'll leave it on the ETH chart also like Bitcoin, and then if we have to change it, we change them together. I'll take these lines out, they are not needed either. And that box is not needed anymore. So we keep the chart clean, yeah? Okay, so the view would then be that we moved down here in a wave 1. No, in an A wave like Bitcoin. So again, I might change that next few days, but for now it looks like A wave. Here a B wave to the upside, and we're now in the C wave and in C of 4, yeah. And in this C wave, we have done probably the wave 1 in 5 waves. Already raised my concern earlier today that this was starting to look like a 5-wave move. Here the wave 2, and then this is probably a 3rd wave. Should get a 4th and a 5th. Yeah, so target for the 3rd. We can calculate that by taking the length of the wave 1, go to the high of the 2, and then it gives us the 1.618 extension. So it looks like we need a bit more. 1508 would be the ideal target. then a fourth and a fifth, and that would take us really ideally into this box here somewhere. So that should be clear. What we then should get is, we can also calculate the target by taking the length of the A wave. We go to the high of the B wave, and this would actually take us to 1525, which is where we are now. But I don't think the subdivisions don't align, so this should still extend out further. Makes me think though, if I should eventually, because if you have a target of the C wave 1.618 extension and the subdivisions don't seem to be finished yet, then it might mean that I will have to change the count, and that I will move it eventually maybe to over here, and that I just show you what it would mean, and it would mean that this was an A wave, this was the B wave, and we're now in the larger C wave. Just need to think, yeah. And then this was a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. And in the wave 3, that's what we're doing here now. So I will need to experiment a little bit with that in the next few days, but it doesn't really matter. The focus is still on the downside. Depends on what the price does now, but the chart is clearly downward looking at this stage. And unless it now goes back above the 1650 level, the move is down. Yeah, the trend is clearly down. Or actually, it needs to stay below 1610, which is the wave 1 low, because wave 4 must not get into this price region. So focus is further down. What might happen is that it might retest the channel from below. Yeah? If that retest is successful, it will send it down lower. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, but it should take us ideally into this region here. Key support is 1430. Below that, we have to assume that this is not a wave 4, but even a deeper correction in a wave 2. So I'm going to focus on that. Let's see where we are tomorrow. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.